my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensitive.
What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. Goodness gracious. Whew. Too much information to go over in one video, and so we're going to break down a lot of this stuff and kind of give a quick overview of the entirely new, updated, enhanced, any other word you can fit in here, the link system for Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. What's funny is I was actually planning on releasing a video talking about a beginner's guide for links, and now looks like I'm going to have to postpone that and do something a little bit different here. So, in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Japan Dokkan Battle is having an update, or I believe the update's already live, which Global will get in about a month. It's version 4.11. We should be getting it alongside the 350 million download celebration, which we should be getting in about a month's time. And man, they completely revamped this link system. There's been a ton of links that we've talked about in the past that have been fairly dead or just very lackluster. Saiyan Warrior Race comes to mind, 700 attack only. Berserker comes to mind, dropping below 50%. You gain stats. Big Bad Bosses dropping below 80%. You gain 25% attack and defense. The requirements were a little whatever, you know. And then there's some certain other links where it just gives you one key, and that's about it, right? So they're completely revamping it. Not only are they revamping it, you can actually level them up from level 1 all the way until level 10, which is insane. So a lot of these might have, I'm not sure if this is going to have the exact pronunciation or the exact correct name or not, but this is Team Dokkaner's website, ohmygacha.com. If you guys haven't visited this already, then make sure you visit it. It's a fantastic website that they made, but it's all in French, and so you will have to use some kind of translator to view it in the language of your choice, unless if you can read French. So we've translated it into English, and this is showing what's available for Japanese Dokkan Battle here. So if we take a look at some of the links, so this is the link in French, and this is the link in English. So as you can see, you have things like Crane Scroll, Demonic Ways, Demonic Power, Brainiacs, Golden Warrior, etc., etc. So, for example, Brainiacs is now attack and defense 10% up, and when you get it up to level 10, attack and defense is 15% up. Demonic Power, attack 20% up, level 10, attack and defense 20% plus defense 10% up. Golden Warrior, which was always just one key, right? And I think it reduced enemies' defense by like 1,000. Reduces the defense of all enemies by 5% and one key. And then at level 10, reduces defense of all enemies by 10% and one key. So, I mean, some of these are like ones that you'll still never really see that much, like Hero. Hero is one that like only Saiyaman and like Hercule have. And like, okay, it's defense. Cool, cool, cool. But if we go down, okay, so like Gentleman, for example. Gentleman is a link that really only Cells have. Key plus 2, and then when you get it to level 10, key plus 2, defense 10% up. So that's pretty good. Supreme Warrior, which I want to say Gogeta has, only one key. When you get it up to rank 10, key plus 2, attack 10% up. Like, this is a huge buff to this particular link. Saiyan Warrior Race used to be 500 attack. Now it's 5% attack, and then when you get it ranked 10, it's 10% attack, which is actually absolutely insane that they just buffed the heck out of this. Prodigies, which is a link that typically Vegeta has, 10% attack goes up to 15% attack. Metamorphosis, dude, this is huge. So Metamorphosis used to be considered a terrible link, and then as events started getting harder and healing became a lot better, this started being more in the meta, right? Recovers 5% HP. That's pretty good. Now, this is actually insane. Level 10, so like those coolers and those Majin Boos and stuff like that, recovers 5% HP and attack. Wait, so it recovers 5% still, and then HP, attack, and defense 10% up. It gives you all three, or is it covers? Yeah, okay. So recovers 5% HP, and then it gives you attack and defense 10%, which is insane. Like, wow, that's absolutely insane. And the thing with this is all you have to do is just level up the characters. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just level up your characters. Use the characters in events. Use them in anything that uses stamina. I'll say that again. Anything that uses stamina will level up these links. There is a chance for them to level up, and the way that it seems to work now is when you are level 1, level 2, level 3, it's going to be fairly easy to rank up, right? It's going to be pretty simple. Boom, 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 just goes right up there. But as you start gaining the levels, you know, once you start getting into the 5s, the 6s, the 7s, especially the 8s and the 9s, it's going to take much, much longer to be able to level you up. So I really like this idea because essentially what it's saying is, hey, you have a team that you love to use that team. And the more you use that team, the stronger that team will become, which is absolutely insane. So if we go down here, let's just say if we want to start using androids, right? So we have something like Attack of the Clones, Android Assault, right? Key +1 is what it normally used to do, defense 10%. Now it's key +2, crit 5% at 10. And then over here, defense 10%. It's 2 key, defense 20% up. That is absolutely incredible. Something like Solid Support is fantastic too. Now it reduces defense of all enemies by 15% and attack 10%. And now it reduces defense of all enemies by 20%, attack 50%. When I say now, I mean getting it up to level 10, which is absolutely insane. Ginyu Force, 25% attack up, crit 5%. That's fantastic. And before you ask, no, they do not stack. It does not seem like they stack. So before, where we used to have one character in the middle to benefit from receiving the same link twice, that is not going to happen anymore. You're just going to gain that one link. But, I mean, let's be honest. These links are much, much better. Infighter, which I do believe LR Goku, Frieza, and Goku and Frieza have, reduces defense of all enemies by 10% and attack plus 10%. Max it out, it's 15% defense reduction and 15% attack. Like, that's insane. Kamehameha. During a special attack, during a special attack, 5% attack up to 10% attack up. That's phenomenal. Namekians, talking about another metamorphosis link type HP recovery, right? 5% HP recovery, max it out. 7% HP recovery, not to mention attack and defense 7% up. Fantastic. Berserker, attack 20% up when HP is below 50%. Now it's 30%. I would have loved if they raised the HP requirement. I'm not a fan of that because Big Bad Bosses is like the real winner here, right? Attack and defense 25% up when HP is below 80%. But as you rank it up, the HP restriction continues to go away. 85, 90, 95 until it's nothing. And you just gain 25% attack and defense from Big Bad Bosses. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's just kind of scroll down a little bit and see over 9,000, another link that was kind of useless, right? Attack and defense 10% up, attack and defense, or attack 10% up, attack and defense 10% up at rank 10. One that's really going to be available quite easily, Shocking Speed, 2 key, now it's 2 key and 5% defense. That's pretty solid. Saiyan Pride, something that Vegeta, Bardock, and them have, 15% attack going up to 20% attack. Revival, which is if you're trying to run that Resurrected Warriors team or a lot of other extreme units or even super units do have this link, Revival link, as their only key. 2 key. Let's read what this says. Hold on. 2 key, and when HP is less than 50%, attack and defense 5% up, and wow. Okay, so that's really good. That's really good. Dismal Future, which is a fantastic link for any kind of Goku Black, any kind of Zamasu, any kind of, the pair of them together or whatever. It used to be 1 key. Now it's 2 key and 5% crit. That's fantastic. Oh, Resurrection F, which is actually a pretty annoying link because there's only the Golden Friezas and like the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta that have it. And now it's 10% attack up, and when you get it ranked up all the way, 1 key, 10% attack and defense. That's fantastic. And then, okay, so I'm just kind of going through the more popular ones. Super God Combat, again, very similar to Resurrection F. Warrior Gods, same thing. Attack 10%, attack 15%. This is, oh my goodness, attack 10%, and then you get the extra 5% attack when you're doing a special, and then this just straight up goes from 15 to 20. Whoa, loyalty. Who has loyalty? 1 key, and then it goes up to 2 key and 5% damage reduction. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. I'm just seeing if there's anything really, really interesting. Majin Resurrection Plan, you already know. 2 key, let's go, let's get it. Majin going from attack and defense 10% to 2 key. Okay, yes, 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 yes. That's good. That's good. That is very, very good. Okay, Strongest Clan in Space and Thirst for Conquest. These are some great links here because pretty much all coolers and freezes have it. So this should be very big. 2 key, and then it'll go to reduce defense by 10% in 2 key. And then Thirst for Conquest is 15% attack and going up to attack and defense 15%. Wow, that's pretty insane. Over to Flash. 3 key, staying at 3 key, but getting 7% attack included in there. That's fantastic. Incredible Adventure. I wish they would add more Dragon Ball units. 2 key, going up to 3 key and 7% attack and defense when it's completely ranked up. Wow. That's fantastic. Okay, so what else do we have here? GT. GT is going to be very good. We just need a GT category, for goodness sake, or just start filling out Shadow Dragons, for goodness sake. You have a million Shadow Dragons you can add in there. Precisely 7. Let's get it. We got more Gogetas we can add, all that stuff, right? Infinite Regeneration, again, something that metal coolers have. 3% HP recovery. Now it's going to 3%, but you're gaining defense by 10% and you're gaining 2 key. Prepared for battle. All right, so one that is like one of the most common links in the game, right? 2 key, you get it, 5% attack and defense at rank 10. And then what else do we have? Power bestowed by God. 5% attack, special attack bonus, 10% special attack. Okay, that's good. And then auto regeneration, again, something that metal coolers have. Damage reduction 5% and restoring health by 5%. Something that cells have, ultimate life forms, 2 key, and then you get 3% HP regeneration plus attack and defense 10% up. Plus that 2 key still. Fierce Battle, again, one of the most common links. 15% attack going all the way up to 20% attack. So that's going to stay as is, and then it's just going to give you that additional 5%. So these guys are getting strong. Again, you're running androids. 2 key, infinite energy gets attack and defense and crit 5%. Wow. Fuse Fighter, another one that's very famous. 2 key, and then you're getting 5% attack and defense. Wow, that's insane. That is insane. Shadow Limit, again, getting that 5% attack and defense. First Awaken, gaining defense. Okay, Fear and Faith reduces defense of all enemies by 10% and then keeping the same key. And, wow, Transform is gaining 3 key and 10% defense. That's pretty insane. Legendary Power, moving to 10% attack up plus 15% attack up when you're doing a special. And, yeah, this is actually pretty insane. Pretty insane. Blazing Battle displays enemy carnage. So that's probably just the same link that it was before. Yeah, reduces regeneration. Soul versus Soul is actually turning out to be pretty darn good. Look at this. 2 key attack and defense 5%. That's pretty insane. The Wall Standing Tall, attack 20%. 3 key, 5% crit. So there you go. That is pretty much all the links that we have available to us right now. Pretty insane. This is not everything, but it is what we have available right now. And it's pretty darn exciting, to be honest. Now, for Global, you can expect this in about a month. We are going to have a little bit of extra news that we're going to cover very quickly. So there is some new information regarding the 350 million download celebration that we're going to get in about a month. Garesh, Dokkan Info, Hydros. I'm just naming everybody that I saw talking about it. Truth, Talon, Cody, Luka Dokkan, Kawhi, and Air Dokkan all were mentioning this stuff. So shout out to all these guys. But this is a co-op and versus mission. We have no idea what it is for yet, but essentially it could possibly be a cooperative raid like we've had before, where Japan and Global have to both cooperate to be able to clear out an event enough times, etc., etc. And then the versus one could be just like we've had before with the win-lose, whoever does it more times, etc., etc. So there's the joint missions button right there. There's also talk of them removing like anti-cheat, which is kind of strange, but we'll see what happens. New SBR is probably coming out. Okay, this is a turn counter animation, which is really cool. We're finally going to get a turn counter here, just showing what turn it is, so you know when you're about to transform, etc., etc. Hydros does drop all the links and stuff like that. how much they're going to go from, you know, level 1, level 2, level 3, etc. It slowly goes all the way up, right? It's a slow grind. We're just going to kind of scroll up here because there's a ton of stuff that he talks about. And yeah, so that is, I believe, pretty much it. Again, this is the links that all these characters have. And it also shows, as you can see here, it shows who has that level 2 link. And it shows the rest of them have the link, but it's not level 2, as you can see there. Those are all level 1. So it's showing that these characters up here have it at level 2, and then these characters have it at level 1. So that's really cool. So the Annie posted here, World Tournament rework. That's very, very nice. No more anti-cheat, which is strange. Partners, new ways to play animations. Hyper attacks, which we don't know what that is. Updated active skills. New difficulty, Super 5. Blackout link skills. Link skills can affect passives, joint campaigns, possible co-op, a new raid for the joint campaign, and that's about it. So this is all stuff that's just been found, not necessarily confirmed. And, I mean, all of this stuff is absolutely insane. And as you can see right here, this is the confirmation of all you have to do is just use the characters that you want to level up the link skills. Just by using stamina. And then, of course, this is Goresh's talking about the campaign missions, translating everything, talking about all the link skills, and just pretty much talking about how they go over. He also made a video about this, so if you want to check that out, he goes into detail. Here it is right here. But yeah, this is a lot of interesting stuff. Coming in, here's the lose win, as I said. Here's the ranks for the link skills, as I talked about before. Joint mission button, like I mentioned, and yeah. So there's the there it is, showing that you can go onto the enemy character and see what he negates and what he's weak to, and then yeah, I got that already. And then you can see what links that you currently have. Which is fantastic. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything, guys. I think that's pretty much everything. So, just a ton of information that we got, and I am looking forward big time to this update coming out on global, which, like I said, should be in about a month. So if you have any other information that maybe I missed out on, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below. I do read every single comment. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, consider what you're doing with your life. Go ahead and gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss that like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.